everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for marching and joining us with the car caravan. Thank you to all of the guest speakers, organizers, community orgs that mobilized folks to come out. Although we're coming to the end of the event, there are things we should reflect on from today. Our march doesn't change our past. Our march today doesn't bring back the lives that have been taken away from us. Our march today is only a clear and loud reminder to the establishment that we aren't going anywhere. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. This past year and a half has been a manifestation of the violence that affects our communities. From COVID and the health disparities, to the BLM uprising with the abuse of the carceral state, to the racist attacks on the Asian community. Time and time again, our communities have struggled for liberation while losing so many loved ones throughout the process. I'm a first-generation college student attending Cal State Long Beach. Soy hijo de padres oaxaqueños y orgulloso. My name is Ronald Santiago. I'm a student intern for SQE, Students for Quality Education, and a board member for La Fuerza student organization. There are many reasons why I came out and marched today, but I want to tell you a quick story about 14 years ago. May 1st, 2007, when I was 6 years old. I clearly remember attending my first MayDay event with my parents at MacArthur Park. It was beautiful. Just like today, I remember Chirla and the hundreds, nearly thousands of community members taking to the streets demanding amnesty and legalization for our undocumented students and workers. Folks were dancing, singing, chanting. Street vendors were selling out. I was young, but even then I knew that I was standing with my community to ask the government to respect my parents. However, a beautiful and wonderful day was instantly ruined when LAPD riot squads began attacking innocent people. They began to tear gas us, fire less than lethal weapons, rushed us with batons, beating and arresting our community members. I remember being 6 years old, running with my parents, evading police officers, and looking for our car to escape the mayhem. When we got home, we turned on the news and we saw that our peaceful demonstration had become a mass brutalization from the police. That moment chipped away a piece of my childhood. Now, I stand here 14 years later, more than ready to dedicate another 14, 20 years, my whole life to our cause. We, SQE, La Fuerza, and many students marched today demanding for the defunding and abolition of campus police. The history of campus police is not that different from the interaction I had with the police riot squad 14 years ago. As working class students began to enroll in predominantly white institutions, our campuses became hubs of resistance, especially led by black and brown students. Campus police were established as a response to the demands for civil rights, anti-war efforts, LGBTQ liberation, and our battles for free speech on campus. Just like how many of our community members live in fear of ICE and deportation, many campus police departments actively work with ICE. A few years back at CSULB, the police turned over a father to ICE, and he was deported back to Mexico. To this day, CSULA has ICE on campus to investigate and recruit new officers. La migra y la policía son la misma porquería. Campus police continues to be a tool used by the institution to silence us and oppress us. We come out to campus to learn. We don't come out to campus to interact with armed police officers. Many of us work hard to reach and stay in higher education with the hopes to escape police harassment and brutality. Only to be welcomed with militarized police on campus is absurd. While our students are fighting for investments in affirming, life-giving resources, the universities ignore us. We're demanding that all universities defund campus police, reinvest the money into counseling and mental health services. We need well-funded safety zones, such as cultural centers, adequate and free housing, and meals for students facing hardship. We need a tuition-free campus. We are fed up with the universities believing that property is worth more than our lives. As Dr. Angela Davis said, safety and security requires education, housing, jobs, art, music, recreation. The funds they're currently directed towards the police department, campus police, ICE, jail, prison, and immigrant detention facilities could give our communities racial and gender and economic equality. Our march today is only a step towards abolition, a step towards justice, a step towards a better future. After today, the work continues. We must work together for the future we deserve. As Kwame Ture said, we must turn mobilization to organization, because mobilization is only temporary. However, organization is permanent. If we organize our communities, put in the work, and educate each other, we can create the future we dream of. We must not let the fire die down. We demand that all CSUs, UCs, and college campuses defund, disarm, and abolish campus police. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Randall. Muchas gracias, Randall. Vamos a seguir aquí con la próxima persona, Eva García, acta de Council Rent Coalition.